Nikke is a funny company right now. I don't even know what's going on. I'm not even gonna complain, to be honest. I'm just gonna speak about what's going on so you guys know what's coming. Because I know a lot of you guys, when you guys see stuff like this, a lot of you guys get hyped, but then you guys don't even realize what's coming. So obviously, if you guys don't know, Nikke announced the next character or characters that are coming into the game, and there are 3 characters that are coming into the game, right? We have Emma, Inoa, and Vesti, but the kind of revamped version of them that was introduced this year, they are all coming next. Now, my thing is, this is I know a lot of you guys are probably jumping for joy, but it's quite crazy. Because we just had a Pilgrim limited banner and then another limited banner where the other limited banner being E-Leg was quite important for the water comp, right? And then obviously if anybody who missed out on Sakura and Rosanna wanted Sakura and Rosanna, you guys could have just gotten them. Not to mention before that, we just had 2B and A2. Not to mention before that, we had Stellar Blade. Not to mention after this new Emma, Vesti, and Inoa, we're going to have reruns for Summer Anise, Summer Helm, Summer Mary, Summer Neon, Winter Rupee, and Winter Anne. Not to mention, we possibly could get another collab in between, after all of that and the anniversary, which if you guys don't know, the anniversary is at the end of October. We're in August. After August is September. After September is October. Us having 3 banners screams that these 3 banners is lasting all of August. And we already know the reruns are happening in September. So I'm so confused on how Nikke I'm not summoning for all these characters. I'll summon for them, and if I don't get them, I don't get them. I'm not doing it with Nikke, personally. They must think I'm Elon Musk. I'm not. I'm Elon Dust. I'm a broke boy right now. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it with Nikke. I don't know what is going on with Nikke and all these banners, randomly too. I don't know if they're genuinely doing this because they think I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm upset about it. I'm just thinking about all the other stuff that I know is coming. I know we have an anniversary coming up. I know Summer Niece is rerunning. I know Anne is rerunning. Don't have Anne, so I need her. I know we just had the 2B and A2 rerun. I know we just had Stellar Blade. I know we just had the new summer characters, and one of them happened to be a Pilgrim. I cannot make this up. It's too funny to me. It's way too funny to me that Nikke is really said, you know what, let's drop 3 banners. Not to mention, I think all 3 of these characters are Elysion characters, right? So I don't know what's going on, but Elysion this year has been eating too much, right? I think all 3 of them are Elysion. Now, the good thing is these are going to be the Killer Wife, so they're not limited, right? They're still going to be 2% rate up, and you could probably get them any time of the week. And realistically, because there are 3 of them, adding 3 of them to your wish list and then getting Elysion on your wish list, or even for modes or anything like that, you have quite the high chance of getting these characters again after the fact. So I think realistically this will be the 3 banners that if I will do 1 multi on each, and if I don't get them, then I just don't get them. I'm not doing it this year in 2025 where I have to summon for every brand. I missed out on a lot of 25 characters. I don't have Made Mass, I don't have Crust or Bready, I don't have Sora, I don't have Arcana. No, all the other characters that came out this year, if I have them, it's because I either one-tapped them or because, they were limited and I had to get them, because they're limited, or because I ended up just putting them on wishlist. But I think 3 banners is quite crazy, considering that you're about to rerun 6 banners, and then you just reran a random collab randomly, and the anniversary's coming up too, right? There's no way you're gonna be able to summon on all these banners as a free-to-play or light spender and still have enough for the anniversary, right? And especially with Dorothy being a Pilgrim, which again, nobody was expecting a limited Pilgrim this year. People use their golden tickets on that Pilgrim. A lot of people use their golden tickets on that Pilgrim, so now a lot of people are starting fresh when it comes to these golden tickets. So I don't even know what the game plan is now. What do I tell people? Should I tell them to just summon on all these banners and build pity for the Annie character, or should I tell them to skip all these banners and then summon for, you know, the anniversary character? I think at the end of the day, the anniversary character is going to be like a top 5 character in the game. They always are. I'm not going to lie to you. Every anniversary character that's come into the game has always been a top 5 character. So anybody that comes out now up until the anniversary will be worse than the anniversary character, 100%. And I feel like we're going to get something new this anniversary, just because obviously the first anniversary we ended up getting, or let's talk about like each anniversary, there was something different with each kind of anniversary, right? With the first half anniversary, we got like a very crazy burst 1 supporter DPS. Then with the first anniversary, we ended up getting the you know, Red Hood, who had multiple bursts. And then for the, you know, 1.5 anniversary, we ended up getting a crazy support, like a godlike support that realistically is going to be hard to like surpass. So that Crown is going to be a character that's going to be the best in the game for a very, very, very long time, right? And then after that, we ended up getting the, you know, second anniversary, which happened to be Cinderella, and she ended up, you know, being a crazy DPS, right? One of the strongest, if not the strongest DPS in the game, right? And then after that, we ended up getting Little Mermaid, which again is kind of like Dorothy, but just cracked, right? A crazy support, but also a crazy DPS at the same time, with new effects such as like the fire focus or whatever. She had Fill Burst Gauge and all these. They're crazy. The anniversary characters are crazy, right? And then we can even talk about the Summer Pilgrim Dorothy, because she's crazy as well. And then they dropped Dorothy, which just happened to be the strongest water DPS in the game. So I'm a bit worried, because I think this anniversary is going to be like a it's either going to be like Leviathan or Behemoth. I think it's going to be one of those two, and I'm positive it's going to be Leviathan actually, and I want Leviathan. I think Leviathan is so cool, but it's either going to be Behemoth or it's going to be Leviathan. Not to mention the anniversary, we're going to have 2 pilgrims. I know we're going to have 2 pilgrims now, because obviously when it came to Cinderella, we had 2 pilgrims, right? We had Grave and Cinderella, and then the 2.5 anniversary, we ended up getting a overspec Nikke with a pilgrim. So guaranteed we're going to have 2 pilgrims that we need to summon for on the 3rd anniversary. So this is what I mean when I say, like, I don't think players are aware genuinely of what is actually about to happen and what has been happening. We have been summoning on limiteds and pilgrims for the last few months. Literally, we have been summoning for, I don't think anybody has realized that, but we've been summoning for a lot of limiteds and pilgrims for the last few months. We had the 2.5 anniversary, went into a collab, went into a rerun of a collab, we went into a pilgrim again, then we went into reruns of a limited character, we went into a limited character with the E-Leg, now we're going into a triple banner of revamped versions of characters that came out at the beginning of the game. Of course, these are fan favorites. Everyone loves, you know, and what people like Vesky, people like Emma. People are going to summon for these 3 characters. Not to mention, after that, you're rerunning characters like Summer Anise and Summer Helm, 2 important characters in today's meta. Not to mention the people who are collectors, who are missing out on Rupee and Anne or anybody like that. They're going to try to get them, like myself, right? I'm missing on Anne. I need to get her. I'm not going to keep waiting for them to rerun Anne and Anne and Anne and Anne and then wait for her to come out when they're not doing anything crazy for me to get her, right? And then after that, we could possibly have another collab, right? We've always had a collab from that September to October range, so we could possibly get another collab. I don't know if we're going to now, because we just had the rerun for the Nier collab, but we always have a new collab around September, October. So it's making me worry. Are we going to go from 3 banners into the 6 reruns of the old limited characters into another collab, but like a new collab, and then we're going to have like 1 or 2 actual regular Nikke character banners, and then go into the anniversary with 2 pilgrims. Not to mention, we don't know what's going to happen winter, right? After the anniversary, we have the winter limited characters, and after the stunt they did this summer with Dorothy, for all we know, we can get an overspec Nikke that's a winter limited character. And then if you guys don't know what happens after winter, you have New Year's. I'm telling you, this second half of this game, the second half of the year for this game is not a place you want to be in. You want to make sure at all times your best friend isn't getting injured. Don't let your best friend get injured, I'm telling you, because this wallet is not going to pay everything for you. That's all I got to say. There is no possible way Nikke thinks they're slick. I'm not gonna come after Nikke. All right? I'm not trying to say, oh, this is scummy, this is da 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 da. Because at the end of the day, Nikke can drop as many banners as they want. It's really just up to the players, right? If they drop all these banners, right? You don't need to have every single character day one. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You'll probably already have all the meta characters. You don't need Emma, you don't need Inoue, and you do not need Vesti, most likely. But because you want them right there and then, even though you know you're not going to use them, then it's like, oh, that's a you problem in my opinion, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about all this. I hope I opened you guys' eyes on what's coming. We have a lot more coming. We have a lot more limited and a lot more pilgrims coming. So, and not to mention, who came out? Rappy from this year. Rappy, right? She also reruns at the New Year's. She will rerun New Year's. We will have a new pilgrim that reruns with Rappy. I want you guys to know all these banners that are actually coming out and what's possibly coming out before you guys decide to just summon on any and every banner, because there's no possible way. I don't think you guys realize how much banners are coming, and they're actually just factual proof banners that are coming. They've already stated these banners are coming, or we already know these banners are coming. We know New Year's is coming. We know Winter is coming. We know Anniversary is coming with 2 pilgrims. We know all of this. So, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all, but I just want you guys to be aware. That's the whole point of this video. It's not to hate on the triple banners. It's not to hate on Nikke, because at the end of the day, I am hype. I am hype for 3 banners, but it's just for every single person who's watching this video to be aware of what they're about to get into. It's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe and like. I'm out. Peace.